Hey guys, just want to say something real quick. This is my Tekken 8 1 year and a quarter later video, and we're just discussing essentially pretty much mainly the things about season 2, like pretty much. Nah, I'm not talking about like how everything happened all in 1 year, because that's just gonna make this video too long. I've already done that before in my previous Tekken 8 insert amount of months slash year titles. But essentially we're just going to be talking pretty much Tekken 8, as I said, a year and a quarter later. We're essentially recapping everything pretty much before season 2 dropped, and then all the events leading up to it being dropped, and pretty much where we are now. Enjoy, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the two memes I posted in the intro. Enjoy. Alright, so let's talk about pretty much how, not even before even season 2 started, it essentially began where the devs pretty much delayed season 2 for, I think, for what I remember correctly, it was a tournament for both Europe and Japan, right? And basically, they wanted to delay it so that way because of tournaments, right? So I'm just like, okay, they really. The team, I understand they want to, they don't want to interrupt the, the competitive aspect of the game, which is fine. I get that. I understand that philosophy. I really do. But I do understand. It's like, it's a whole thing, and I get it. You don't want to interrupt the balancing when there's tournaments, but when you do it too much, it often tells like, oh yeah, we got like, they have to balance the game at some point. They can't just keep doing it forever, right? And this is when like the Tekken World Tour is done. So yeah, season 2 got delayed, and that was a whole thing going on forward. And everyone was pissed, of course. Everyone wanted to know where season 2 was going to be, because season 1, even though it may not be as bad as season 2 right now, for what it's worth, it was still aggressive as fuck. It still was. So it was still problematic. Now, while that's going on, we have a whole hacking situation happening. Basically, we have I'm gonna thank both Mike Hollow and Blackheart59 for kind of giving us this information, that apparently there is a Tekken Discord filled with hackers that are basically using commands to they're using commands for like, to duck highs, to auto parry low parries, and you got like auto sidestep. They have like a whole command list for that shit. Like if you're, accessing a terminal, for fucking hacking. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, what? And this is mainly obviously for PCs. Which got to the point where players like myself fucking decided to think, it's a good idea to just play ranked, but but turn off like crossplay. You know what I mean? It's gotten really that bad, and then it got worse too. It got really fucking worse. Apparently, I didn't even know about this thing until Until I found out about this more information from like Mike Hollow and Blackheart, that apparently there is this universal app called Rivatuner. I didn't know what the fuck it was until I saw what it actually does, but apparently it's like update like your frame rates. I don't know why I jumped there. It's to update your frame rates, right? And fucking it's to like improve quality for your match, like for your like first person shooters. So if you were to drop the frame rates on, let's say, a Tekken 8 match, and let's say you're on promo, let's say you're at like Tekken Emperor, right? And you're on your promotion and you're trying to get the Tekken God. If you use Rivatuner and you fucking decide to drop a frame, like 0.01 frame to 0.1, you basically are not rage quitting. You are technically not rage quitting at all. You are essentially like, you're using an app that drops the frames, and the online system doesn't register as you rage quitting since it's a different app. And because of that, it basically, what's it called, defaults you to not lose your points whatsoever, which makes, you know, point evading, I guess you could say, more easier for people who want to play this game online and, you know, not lose their points. And the fun and the shitty part about this is that this is not just a thing where like, you know, only a handful of people can have access to. Anyone can use River Tuner. Anyone. It has to be on PC, but anyone can fucking use it. That's the fucking problem. And with that being said, it's just gone to the point where I'm like, bro, at this point, just play. Like for me in this case, since I play on PS5, of course, I rather just fucking play on a whatchamacallit. I rather just fucking play, you know, against other PlayStation players at that point. That's kind of like what we have to do at this point in that sense. But for PC players, it's a whole different like vibe to deal with. It's such a drag. For the ultimate reveal here, now, not really the ultimate reveal, I guess, but for the main thing of why we're all here at this point now, the fucking Tekken Talk. Yes, the Tekken Talk of basically why we are here. So actually, you know what? No, not just the Tekken Talk. Let me bounce back a second. So before this Tekken Talk happened, there was this thing called the Evo FGC. Like I think it was their Evo FGC channel or TV.FGC, where basically Harada, Nakatsu, Michael Murray, all came in and decided to have an interview about like season 2. And that they were going to focus more on defense, right? Just quote me on that real quick. Quote that. They were going to focus more on defense, right? They were going to just, you know, kind of solve that issue. And now when the fucking Tekken Talk happens, right? Basically, they showed us some, you know, some nice stuff, you know, some cool stuff like Jin's down 2 is no longer a counter hit launching low. 214 is minus 10 on block. What's it called? Sidestep 2 is also minus 10 on block. You know, simple, nice adjustments. You know, stuff that people that obviously fucking despise in season 1, like down 2. I'm looking at you specifically, buddy. But stuff like that has been, you know, has been adjusted. But now they gave him a tailspin. You know, his down 4-2-4. Jun Kazama got a stance transition into Miyagi stance to after forward 1+2, which is like +4 on block or some shit if I remember correctly. Yeah, and then she has a tailspin off of Miyagi back 1+2 into 1+2, which is a safe homing mid. And then Azucena has a counter hit launching low off of while running 3-2, which by the fucking way is the move that everyone hated back in season 1. Do I have to mention? Do I have to grab the clip real quick of why everyone is so annoyed of while running 3-2? I think I have to for old time's sake. So yeah, while running 3-2, yeah, that move was a bit, you know, all over the place back in season 1. You know, tracking, it was like +5 and shit. Heat smash, you know, I don't have to go into depth about that move too much, but yeah, that move was egregious, very fucking egregious back then. And it can still be egregious, but at least you can sidestep it. So, but I'm not here to talk too much about that. I just wanted to bring that up. But yes, I don't know, man. Back to the whole topic of like, you know, everything going on for season 1, not season 1, season 2. You know that they were gonna make season 2 defensive, but clearly that's not the case. I don't know anymore, man. I really don't know where this game's going. It's been, you know, a year and a quarter at this point. You know, it's been a year and 3 months to be exact. I don't know anymore. And then, you know, with You know, the devs like Michael Murray blocking people like Mrs. Play stuff. You got fucking what's the word I'm looking for? You got fucking Harada defending, what was it, Anna's like design back a couple months, like 2 months ago, and then you got fucking you know, a lot of people are trying to not pinpoint the blame on Harada and Murray. It's more of like, you know, Nakatsu, I get for that standard, because he worked on like Soul Calibur. But I don't know anymore, man. I really don't know where Tekken 8 is gonna go at this point. I'm literally showing Tekken 7 footage as we speak. It's to that point, you know what I mean? It's really to that point. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to be still hopeful. And you know, we'll see. I mean, with season 2, they announced a Pac-Man stage. I don't know where that's gonna go. I hope things kind of go better, but I don't know, man. I'm literally going through like many different characters at this point in 8. I kind of just, I wish like I could keep playing more 8. Well, no, I'm still playing somewhat more of 8, a little bit more, just not as much. I kind of want to just chill from it, and I don't know. I really don't know where Tekken 8 is gonna go at this point, because I mean, Tekken 7 has made the point of like, this game has made, you know, 12 million copies, like sold 12 million copies, I mean, and the balancing for 8 has been all over the fucking place. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Anna got overshadowed by pretty much how season 2 turned out to be, with all of the hundreds of thousands of different homing mids, lows, and shit. Since everyone got, you know, much egregious shit, it's just been it's been a cluster, man, like for real. And then, you know, as I said already, with Michael Murray, Nakatsu, and everything, I know they apologize, which is very weird to see. Like, you know, oh, like that, like Japanese devs apologize. They don't normally do that. You know what I mean? It's just so, it's so weird. You know what I mean? It's very weird. But I mean, hey, I don't know anymore, man. I don't know if I want to trust them at all. I mean, there was that whole situation with Harada supposedly, quote unquote, blocked Arson Ash. That was not that long ago either. That was like literally a couple days ago. Apparently he accidentally did it, or some block bot. I don't know anymore, man. Tekken is all over the place. Like right now, it's completely all over the place. like half the shit going on with this game is, I'm not even like really caring much about like being too optimized at this point. It's essentially gone to the point where, bro, just do whatever you want in this game and you're pretty much set. That's pretty much where you're at. And look at that hitbox. Look at that. Look at that. I really don't know anymore. I really just don't know. And let's not forget, they have also, you know, taken away a lot of character identity to, you know, a lot of the characters like Kazuya used to sidewalk left to him, and now they gave him a homing mid that, you know, defies that option, you know, up forward 1. Huading has a new low, a tracking low, down 3+4. Steve also, what's it called? What was it? A +11 mid? If I remember correctly. I for real just don't know anymore. I legit just don't know anymore. I don't know what's going on with the devs anymore. I really don't. I gotta admit, at least, right, like you can actually fucking agree to this. Like at the very least with this emergency patch, they at least made heat engagers +9 on hit. That is lovely. That is a very lovely change that I wish happened sooner. It was long overdue, to be honest with you. Now, I want to mention this also. They did do something that kind of shows, you know, there's some hope. Look at this. Look at that. That's actually +4, and you can actually step it. And if I bring, and just to make absolutely sure about this, just to make sure about this. Just a reminder, that's to sidestep right. You gotta sidestep it to the right. Or Izumu, or forward 3-2. Which, by the way, it is +4 on block, since they changed it from +6 to +4. And, you know, there's some, we get to sidestep June a little bit more, but here's the question. I just want to ask the question here. Why? Hold on, let me, I just want to ask one question. I'm gonna ask the question for the devs, right? Look, this is no shade to like Brian, all right? I know he's like annoying as fuck right now, and I heavily agree. There's no downplaying from me. Look at this shit. Why? Just why? Look, I set Lily to block. Look at this. It's only -13. It used to be -12, and it would wall stun. So if I go to the wall real quick, hold on, let me see, even on counter hit, doesn't wall splat whatsoever. I don't get it. I really don't get why they gave him this. See, he did not need a fucking another it's just another hatchet kit. You can just do this instead. Like, for real, what the fuck? Let me go back to June real quick, alright? Let me go back to June. Why does she have this? Let me put Brian to block. Why does she have this? I really do not understand it. And she has a whole ass combo off this too. Like, for real. Let me show you guys real quick. Let me show you guys this combo real quick. And she has like a new install. If you look at the top left, or I can just zoom in real quick, that's Kazama Essence. It basically grows when you do like stuff like this. Down 1+2, you know, only -9, and she can get a crazy amount of fucking damage off counter hit. Look at this shit. Yeah, that is, wow. I don't get why she has, you know, a new tailspin. Well, everyone has a new tailspin, to be fair. But if there's one thing I'm grateful for, right? If there's one thing, let me do something real quick. You know, Jin Kazama, right? Jin Kazama. You know, at least if I set Brian the block, look. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. And then, you know, beautiful stuff that we're witnessing here. But, you know, there's something I'm gonna record real quick, right? So look at this. Oh yeah, that shit's fake. That shit's fake now. Look at it on block. It's only +6, no longer +12. Yeah. Yeah, this. Yeah, this. That pissed so much people off. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this shit. That shit's fake now. Look at this. Yeah, that shit's fake. You can actually interrupt or sidestep. Yeah, and then if we have to take a look at a certain character, I don't know why, like, I really do not get why that was +8, now it's +5 on blog, which is still egregious, but I really don't know what was going on with the minds of the devs on that one, buddy. I really do not get it. Oh my god, I don't even have to say anything about all these at this point. Alright, I think I'm kind of done talking about this now. Okay, so basically bottom line is, at this point, you now know why everyone hates Season 2 at this point. Even though the emergency patch has gotten, you know, some glaring hope for some people, and, you know, for obvious reasons have pulled some people back a little bit. But you really can take a look at how the Steam charts have really fallen down. The lowest I've seen it was like 3,800 or lower than that. It has been egregious, man. If you were to tell me 1 year ago, like, oh, this game would have an insufferable amounts of like negativity off of one single balance patch or one seasonal balance patch, right? I wouldn't believe you right off the bat. No, I wouldn't believe you. But here we are today, and to top it all off, I have to be quite honest with you. As much as Anna Williams has been, you know, is a very popular character, I know her usage is not that good in 7, but I'm just stating a point. It's definitely a very, very requested, you know, character. I hated the fact that, you know, even her, look, I know she had like that bug glitch with back 2. We all know how bad that was. She was basically overshadowed. Well, not entirely overshadowed, so she did have the back 2 slap, but, you know, she was essentially overshadowed by how everything in this balance patch became so egregious. But yeah, I'm kind of just done yapping now. Basically, guys, this is kind of Tekken 8, a year and a quarter in, and this is basically what has happened. Let's see what happens 3 months from now. Let's see what happens 3 months from now, guys. I hope for the best. I really do. But it's been really hard. It has been very hard for that to happen. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.